you did mention future waves that we might encounter because of COVID. And there is some talk of a third, fourth wave as well in other parts of the world. So how likely does the WHO have a prediction for how long this COVID-19 is going to last? Is that even possible to say? A couple of years, 3 years?
We're at the stage of the pandemic where it's still a very acute and a very difficult phase of the pandemic. And so we have to focus on how we get through the next 6 to 12 months, which could be the most difficult. And then really talk about, the longer term plan on whether it's going to be elimination or control. A lot depends also on the evolution of the virus itself, the ability of vaccines to keep up with variants. And it also depends on the duration of protective immunity of vaccines. So a lot of this is changing, the knowledge. For example, we know now that, vaccine-induced immunity and immunity from natural infection lasts for at least 8 months, because that's the longest follow-up that we have. So as time goes on, we get more and more data, but it seems to be quite encouraging that vaccine-induced immunity lasts. And we know from other coronaviruses, from the MERS coronavirus, for example, that cell-mediated immunity was present even after 6 years of somebody getting the MERS infection. Of course, the SARS-CoV-2 virus is different, so we need to understand it better. So at this point, I think it's hard to predict the long term. We know that there will be definitely an end to the acute phase of the pandemic when we have vaccinated, let's say, about 30% of the world's population, which is what we would like to see by the end of 2021. That would be the goal for COVAX, for WHO, is that 30% of people everywhere, in every country, are vaccinated. And if we can do that, then we can really start seeing quite a significant reduction in the deaths due to this infection. And then 2022 can be really ramping up vaccination to cover 60, 70, 80%. We still don't know what the herd immunity level that's going to be needed, for this. So till the end of 22, I would think that we would be spending our time in ramping up that vaccination coverage. And that hopefully should then see the virus return to maybe just like another viral infection, like influenza, which you take certain precautions, but it's there, it comes seasonally, and you deal with it. But I think we're looking at basically the next 6, 12, 18 months as being extremely critical, where global cooperation is going to be also very important.